Yay! So we're starting a little bit early, 30 minutes early to be exact, just so I don't have to wait too much longer to eat dinner. I'm gonna try and finish this piece tonight. I like the way it looks so far, it looks pretty good. I just gotta finish this character on the left, and then should be good. I may do some stuff. Add maybe a character or two in the background. I realize that I'm getting to the point where I can create pieces the way that I want them to look now. I'm not like struggling just to get things to look correct. So now my next step in practice that I'm going to be moving towards more with these streams is completing pieces on stream. That way they're actually done and I'm not just leaving them in the breeze, because a lot of my previous pieces, thanks. Yeah, no worries. It's pretty much generic anime with this piece. It's like, oh, it's anime. They got their anime pose. They're standing on the wall, looking all friendly / heroic / the future's bright and beautiful, and we're friends. You know, we can do it together. That kind of generic shonen garbage stuff. But yeah, so with these like streams moving forward, I'll probably start trying better to complete stuff instead of trying to perfect it. That way I get into the practice and process of having completed pieces that I can start posting more often. Because I've gotten to the point, like I said, to where it's more refining stuff than having to learn entire fundamentals that are missing from my repertoire, I'm supposed to say. Part B. Smiley face. I don't know, more action game, and I know a few Final Fantasy games are turn-based. Yeah, they used to be more turn-based, but I guess they realized the newer generation of players and gamers kind of want a more, what's it called? They want like quicker, they want their action now. They don't really want to wait as long as they would prior. I might end the walls closer. Oops, no, I have this bright green. Alright, so I just kind of have this character on the right to finish. If I can find out which one of these is her. The game's interesting, but I don't know, play a whole lot of turn-based games. I've played a few, not a lot of them. Yeah, RPGs in general have kind of stepped away from the whole turn-based thing, and they've fallen more along the lines of I'm gonna start over with her. They're more like action-oriented now. make it faster paced for like a newer generation. Oh my goodness. There we go. What should I get? Aha! I can move it around now. But now I can't see any of my tools. Ah, there we go. That's what I needed. I kept locking it in place. Welcome, Maddie. My stylus isn't heating me. I'm having trouble controlling it. It's fine though. I'll make it work. This is 14 music. It does sound like 11. That's one of the reasons I like Stormblood so much, or at least the peaks, which is one of the zones in Stormblood. It's very reminiscent of Final Fantasy XI, Saruda Baruda to be exact, which is where the Taru Taru originate, their home state of Windurst. But yeah. It's pretty nice. It's pretty refreshing. I just have to move her forward then. I'll probably go with a 4 for this. Yeah, it's a little bit better. The little savages, the little knee biters. See the maximum derp face I gave your character? It looks so retarded. I love it. Normally, I'm pretty complacent about wanting to stream after I get off work, but lately it's been really fun streaming. So it's pretty nice. In comparison to having an atrocious day at work and then coming home to be like, ugh, work more on doing art, oh fun. But it's been great, it's been good, and I appreciate that. The problem is now she needs longer arms, because this is up. Her body might be too long. No, that's fine. The proportions are pretty good. Legs are about as long as the torso and tummy, and then the arms need to reach down to her butt. That's what arms do, they reach your butt. If I want her to be facing to the right so that it draws the character's eyes towards the thing, but even if they're here, it'll still be pointing to the right, so it works either way. Ooh, the Lox is really good too. Because you said Winders. No, I gotta play Winders. Oh, Winders is so good. I love it. Hey, what's going on, Guardian? It's always a pleasure. I've been checking out some of your stuff, trying to keep up with you. I'm looking pretty good, pretty sweet. Gotta figure out her cheeks. Oh yeah, I kept getting asked to talk on stream, so I was like, ugh, I guess that's just a thing I'll have to start doing now, and then I gave in. So now, I chatted up on stream. Hope it's not atrocious. Apparently I have a very calm and soothing voice, so that's, I guess, refreshing. I can't get her cheeks right. Gotta get them Lala cheeks. It's like ASMR. Smooth as a baby's butter. Ew, that sounds weird. Oh, thanks. I really appreciate that. Not the baby's butter. I don't know if I appreciate that yet or not. Alright. So that's fine for now. So I'm gonna do her outfitting. Okay, well I need to decide on where her arms are positioned, because that's something I always have trouble with. I default to like sides or holding a thing, or like on the floor, but I need to move them into like a more human position like hers. Something that people would do. I gotta practice putting my characters into the place of not posing for a picture, but if a picture was being taken of them doing something that they would be naturally doing. As if it's like a screenshot almost of just people, instead of like, oh, stand there and look pretty. So, because like I could have her have like, oh, my fists are up and we're ready to fight, yeah. And she'll be like, oh, yeah, action. But it's like, at that point you're posing, because you wouldn't normally do something like that in a normal day-to-day conversation. Sexy voice, keep up the great work, dude. I'm drawing one. Awesome, I'm glad to hear that. You should always be working on art if that's your forte, if that's your future. That's my screenshot. Apparently you're just taking selfies. Yeah. So, okay, this is a new layer. And I don't want her to point, because pointing is like kind of generic. That's disinteresting, to me at least. So this person, the person who plays this character, Strawberry, she's like very aggressive and energetic. And she's super fun to be around. She's kind of a boob. I don't like this head at all. And I'm gonna get rid of that head too. Oh, maybe not. Let's keep it right now. She could be fixing her glove. That's a thing she can be doing. She has these like gauntlets that she wears. So we'll see if that's a good idea. Since the hand is up, it's gonna face, the thumb will face away from her. Yeah, away from her. It'll be like here. I want like these claws. I gotta figure out at least this thumb right here. It's not too bad. And the fingers will be up like this. Check it from a different angle. Doesn't look like a thumb anymore, so that's a problem. Whatever, that's fine. Oh, still wrong. Her shoulder would be in, but she's using her other arm to fix it. Gotta get into the character's head, yo. Yeah. And then this arm will be over here. I'm just grabbing it like that. It's like straps or something you pull on. Well, now her weight's undistributed because she's leaning back. There's nothing to lean on. So now she's just floating in midair, so that wouldn't work either. This is both, it's a project and for practice. All my pieces are for practice. I try and do things that are the next step in where I want to go with my work. So it all ends up being practice, but it's just like kind of messing around. I couldn't figure out what to draw the other night, so I was like, I'm just gonna draw a bunch of people that I hang out with in this game I play, which is Final Fantasy XIV, and it's a few of my buds, even though they're horrible people and I shouldn't be drawing. I'm just kidding. They're actually pretty cool. They're alright. They're alright. They're neat. They're pretty neato. I don't completely hate them, just mostly. Nope, that doesn't look right either, because this shoulder's raised up now. No, now it's doing the same thing that that arm is. Jeez Louise, I need to figure out maybe a different pose for her. Here, facing this way. Sheesh. Just kidding, Maddie. I'm sorry. Motivation +1. I work a little bit on a color. It's still a disaster, but it really helped that you actually said that I need to work on color. Oh yeah. I think that's your, not in a bad way, but like your weakest point. The same way that my weakest point is definitely values. Like, I can do color all day. It's like second nature to me. But as soon as I go back to the piece and I check out the values, let me see if I have a good representation of this. You can see one that I was working on, which is the same one that I'm already opened with. Alright, let's see. Is it face? I think face. Oh no, it's also just more characters. Okay, this one might be a good example. So this one is one that I was working on like a month ago. And if I do this, adjustments, and then I'm sure there's a much easier way of doing this, but this is the only way I know how to do it. You turn off the saturation. You can see that like a lot of these colors I use are the same, and this is when I was first starting to like kind of practice more with values. I put this dark color behind him and a little bit below him, and when it comes down to it, like all these values, or like the dark and light between the piece, are kind of like too similar. They're too close together. The only real difference is this black right here, and then maybe like the white of its ear tips, or maybe over here. But you want like this black to also be on the body. You want the shadows to kind of have that same dark tone to it, as well as like between this, and kind of pull everything together so it kind of ties itself into like a nice knot. for example, what I should do, now that I've practiced a little bit more, I don't want to accidentally mess this up, is I should probably like have it be in here, underneath here, something like this, so that way it kind of pieces everything together, and then it'll kind of draw it all in. Have it like maybe here, no, because then it'll force your eye to go outside, so you don't want to do that. Almost like in a way of creating composition through using the values. So that way, because all this is dark down here, it'll keep your eye in this middle area. And then since it's dark over here, it'll pull your eye in this way. And then if you have it like move into this like almost swirl, kind of like that, it'll drag your eye around this way. And then maybe if I use a little more here and here, it'll keep your, yeah, see, you could already tell, it'll keep your eye moving inside this way, that way, this way, and then darken these guys here just a little bit, so that way it kind of uses those bright oranges to move that way in, and then you can use all this bright area up here is fine for the most part. I should probably extend it so that it kind of comes out here more, but that way your eye always starts at like the top left, and then you want it to move into the piece, so I should probably have some stuff that like uses that same dark tone to lead in, so that way your eye goes inside and then looks at his eyes looking out, and then we'll cycle through that. But I should probably do something like akin to this, that way you're stuck inside the piece. Yeah, see, you get it. Oh, of course. But that's just an example. I should finish this, and that's what I was talking about when I started the stream today, is I have this habit of practicing without any emphasis on completing the piece. So now I need to practice completing pieces. That's my next thing that I want to work on, is completing pieces. One, let me see if I have it here. The duo team, yeah. This is the one that I should have finished like quite some time ago, and I love this piece, but I actually need to like figure out what I'm doing with this very back area, but the values are much better than I had prior. Let's see if I can show you this, because I was working really hard on trying to get those values correct, and it's still a lot of work to be done, maybe like 4 to 5 more hours. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Mode. There we go. See, the values are much like richer in this. There's a much more varied, and even in the character, like these slots right here. Pretty nice. And in the background it kind of floats through, and in the back it kind of frames them a bit, but I need to figure out how to make this back area not look so poopy. Okay, bye. Got 2 spellings. Nice. That's one that I'm particularly proud of, just because it's very different from what I normally do, even though it is still animals, because that's what I think will eventually be my specialty, is like drawing really good animals, really detailed. It's great. I want to buy this piece. It's got a cat in a cup. But yeah. Now we can have like something up here. Or maybe on the side? No. Ugh, I don't know what to have this character doing. I could just cut her off and just have it be like this right here. But I want to throw more characters. There needs to be more things happening in this piece. It's gotta be like an anime. Come on, you. Come on, you. Alright, cool. Yeah, there was kind of like a blue light on the sides of them and the pink underneath, and then there was going to be the green light coming from the back to kind of fade in, coming from the back, kind of like this way. But there's still some work to do in it, some practice and whatnot. No, I'm just gonna have her leaning on her arms like this because I don't want to spend any more time trying to figure out what to do with this piece and just kind of complete it. It's kind of muscly because she's a brawler. This, her stomach has to do the same, like that. She does not have boobs. No boobs. It's not a boob piece. I am not boob artist. And I'm constantly asked to do stuff like that. I'm like, get out of here! Alright, cool. This works. Because that way this arc of her shape kind of pulls the eye in. I think that's just the majority of commission is people want their characters to look their version of beautiful, and that usually involves like breastages and booty, and I'm just like, ugh, they'll be so typical, you human. But that's fine, to each their own, and if that's what you're into and you're paying money for it, you know, I'm not gonna complain. There's just things that I don't do because I don't wanna get used to taking money to draw like girls and then be comfortable just doing that for the rest of my life. Like, well, I guess this is my life now. Because I know that I'm the kind of person who's like, once I get comfortable doing that thing, whatever it is, I'm just gonna continue doing that. Much like this kind of like chibi loli form. I draw cute stuff. And then I got comfortable drawing cute stuff, so now that's all I do. Her eyes are too high. Alright, we'll fix this up. We'll fix this up in post, in editing. Dang, humies. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of her off this layer. Fine enough. Alright, so... Oh, no worries. It's always a pleasure having you here and seeing you again and keeping up with your work and catching up. So, have a great night. Good morning. Have a great morning then. No. Gotta be lower than. Now the shoulder's not too much. Yeah. What does her hair look like? Oh, okay, there we go. I think that's enough poses for now. Are you sending me screenshots of your character again? Hair kind of comes down like this. And it has, I think, pieces off to the side like this. And then it goes down like this, much similar to mine, but hers is more like wavy, I guess. Or just do that for hers. Even though it kind of just goes straight down, but it won't look as good in the silhouette. Oh, run fair, so good. Yeah, you're always taking screenshots. It's what you do. It's the Charmin that we know and love. Is creepy stalker Charmin taking screenshots of Lalafell again. Oh no, Charmin. She has like these bows in her hair. Like she has her ears, which are like right here. They're pretty long. I don't like when it does that, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Just like this. This goes like that. I think this style is really difficult to draw. I actually see a lot of Lalafell using this hairstyle. It goes in like this. Give her her nose. I don't like her face. There we go. Hatsune Miki. I'm gonna do her hair over here. Alright, now to do some of her outfit. These like lions on her shoulder. Sorry. I need more pictures of her. There we go. Dang, I do not like these. Gotta get the armor just right. His stupid face. It's fairly appropriate. Jagged Eared Jay. I remember him. What about Sylvina? Oh my gosh, so many feels. What does the outfit look like from the side? Oh, it goes around. Okay. That's what I thought. It has like a design, like a shellfish right here, or a seashell. It's like a tabard thing. Trying to figure out how the pants look. Oh, no, these look. Yeah, the soundtrack to really any of the Final Fantasies, mostly 11 and what's it called? Kasaiken. Soken's really good. I love his work, but it doesn't necessarily like perfectly encapsulate the like area and the moment. Like for example, Fanalan. Oh, it's not Beyond Bloody Borders, it's Twilight over Fanalan. This one like perfectly encapsulates the like kind of like somber oasis. Such a beautiful song too. And this is Nobu Amatsu, so you know it's like incredible production. That's just how he does his work. Is like the top of his game. Yes. Well, they set like the perfect tone in 11, and they made every single zone very iconic and like perfect. Whereas in 14, every song it's a good song, but it's not necessarily setting like the exact emotion that you're supposed to feel. They might have done a little bit better in Stormblood and Heaven's Ward, but it's not really like right on the button. Cause like, let's see, Stormblood, what is it? Or what is it? Dravanya Forlands? Hinterlands? Forlands? Forlands team? Yeah, I think this one's pretty good. But this is more akin to something you'd hear in 11, which is how it was written. Oh yeah, Yangsha is really nice. I agree. They're very close to getting that same kind of like feeling back. actually go over her knees. Yeah, right here. And there's like these buckles that go around. Youngsha! Let's see, if her legs going up like this, then it needs to be like right here, and like this. Her knee has to come out from underneath it, and I have to avoid these tangents right here. You don't want your lines to connect at the exact same point. Otherwise it looks like this buckle thing is a part of this like chest piece. Then drumstick chicken legs. Give her some shoes. What do her shoes look like? There we go. I'm gonna do it from this side, this angle. So she has these like big ol' booty boots. Go like this. I bet all the like new zone themes are so short there, and they don't like really reset into itself. They're just kind of like nice themes that kind of sit there for a little bit and then leave. They just kind of end. and they start up again out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess we're listening to the exact same thing. It's kind of like making a land texture for like the floor, how you want it to be repeating, but not look like there's a space in between it or like it ends anywhere. It's supposed to be continuous, so that way wherever the texture ends, it can continue and just replicate and replicate. And that's how the like zone music should be. But in this, it's like it's just a piece that ends. I think that's not very good. It's like this little design on her thing. Get rid of all this, which makes me sad, but oh well. Just gonna get rid of the like agree. Just gonna get rid of this right here. So it's like tightened at the end of the pants or whatever, kind of similar to hers. I like the little whistling in the song. It's not terrible. Let's see this. Same thing, it just stops and starts again. stupid fantasy boots having to be all video game detailed. This is probably too detailed right here, so it's hard to discern like the leg from the body. Nighttime theme. What about Doma Castle? Yeah! What's going on, bud? How are you? In the flesh, in the fleece, on a leash, buying a lease, creating world peace. Pretty good. Yeah, it's a pretty good. Similar enough. Thanks. I made it myself. No. Tiny feet. Thing. Yeah. Tiny baby feet. Now I gotta do our hands. Happy feet are she just starts dancing. Would you rather have happy feet or tiny feet? Neither of these are acceptable. Electricity. Alright, so now that we got characters doing stuff, I need to do background. So that's going to be like this. Alright, we can combine these. Should do chocobos soon. Actually looks pretty good. I like that. I'll keep that for a bit. Sure, we'll keep that. We'll keep that with that. Merge those. Rid of that. Ugh, she's supposed to have the book on her lap. Could you imagine going in for like a medical checkup and you find out that you have happy feet? And her hand right here. Cruise Chaser! Yes. Forwards and backwards. And forwards and backwards. Whew. And I can get rid of the chocobo and put Carbuncle over there. Be right back, restroom. Yeah, Alexander. Darn it, now I need reference of Carbuncle. No. I'm gonna draw a carbuncle sitting. It's still like a cat, I would presume. It's like a Pokemon. Yeah, it's like a cat rabbit. This actually looks pretty good for a carbuncle. Although I wish cat feet weren't like just these long rods of just like fur. There's no real like muscle structure on it. It's kind of just there. There we go. I had to draw something for her hand to be doing on the side right there. And I figured, since she is a summoner, originally Carbuncle was up on her head, but I was just like, I'll move it down there. Since I like her hair too much to like put anything on top of it to block it. And then Strawberry's making puffy face, just like, just disappointed. Because that's just Strawberry. Alright, now I can start working on the backgrounds. Right, Chocobo, get rid of her base body. Oh, I can combine these two. Oops, I'll keep her base body for now. Get rid of some of this. Get rid of some of that. Everything. Let's do that. There you go, then I can move those characters back a bit more. Alright. I can make these stones like actually big enough. No. somewhere over here. We'll say this. This. I'm trying to set up the line work for where all these stone pieces are gonna go. There we go. Yeah. Alright, I think that's it for tonight. My hands aren't cramping up as much as last night, or the other night rather, because I didn't stream last night because I had company over. But we did pretty good for today, pretty good. Problem is, I think this is actually not on horizon line, so I'm gonna have to change that, which is probably why this didn't come out correctly. See, something like that. Yeah, tilt it just like that, right there. Perfect. And then now she might actually be on. Yeah, so now she's on it a little bit better. Still not enough though. I should have positioned her this way and then facing like that. But that's fine. If I move her back that way, she could be like angled to the side a bit, so it doesn't really matter. Also, I can just have both legs be like this, but we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. It was a pleasure having you. Tonight was really fun. Pants on Dark Knight. Lol. Being a beefy armored warrior with no pants. The non-pants warrior. It's like One Punch Man or something. I'll probably have like do a little garden deal right here, and then I'll move it over and have like some building framing these guys. Maybe like right there. Have it facing kind of outwards that way. Like a door right here to frame my character the most, because to be fair, she's the cutest. And then have it go up that way and kind of bring the eye in, as well as have some like balcony shenanigans up here. And then have something up there, and maybe have like a boat or two down here. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See. Thanks for watching. Watching? Sheesh. I cannot spells. Exclamation point. And some hearts. Because I love you guys. I love you. Alright, thanks for watching.